A number of local players looking to hear their name called. Quarterback Taylor Heinicke did not, but he'll still put on an NFL uniform. Heinicke, the former ODU All-American and Peyton Award winner, as if he needs an introduction, thought of as maybe a 5th to 7th round pick, kind of stretching it, but he went undrafted. Minutes after the draft ended, signed with the Minnesota Vikings, who showed interest in him leading up to the draft. Now, this guy had to wait a little longer than he might have thought. Receiver Trey McBride from William & Mary, taken 245th overall in the 7th round by the Tennessee Titans. That means he'll be catching passes from Heisman winner Marcus Mariota, who was taken 2nd overall. McBride was thought to be anywhere from a 3rd to 5th round guy. He almost went undrafted, but many think that the Titans got a steal. Big linebacker Lynden out of Norfolk State, maybe the biggest surprise amongst our local guys, did not get drafted, but did sign an undrafted free agent deal with the Houston Texans. A 6'7", 260-pounder. Size was never an issue with Trail. He was also worked out at defensive end, linebacker, and tight end, so he was thought of as one of the more versatile players in the draft. Many thought would go somewhere between rounds 3 and 5. So from there to undrafted, one of the top players in the MEAC conference, while the Spartans will hear from him a little bit later on. And defensive end Eli Harold out of Virginia Beach left the University of Virginia a season early. He also had to wait a little bit longer, but is headed to the West Coast after being selected 79th overall in the 3rd round yesterday by the San Francisco 49ers. Now, some thought Harold could sneak into the late part of the 1st round. More realistically, was thought to be a 2nd rounder, a 6'4", 250-pounder out of Ocean Lakes High School. He got a lot of high marks during the NFL Combine, but said he started to get a little antsy when the 2nd round came and went. We caught up with him earlier this afternoon.
You know, as the 2nd round wind down, man, I was crushed, man. You know, I was embarrassed, you know, being there with my family, you know, having all them, you know, expecting me to go somewhere and I don't go. You know, I'm sitting in the chair like, man, I wonder what's on their mind, you know, but it all worked out for the better. I get to go into a place where there's, you know, seasoned veterans at my position, being with guys that former Wahoos, you know, Amari Brooks, Chris Cook, you know, so, and then playing beside a guy like Arden Smith would be exceptional.
Now, another product of Ocean Lakes, defensive end Sage Harold right there on the left, close relative of Eli's. The two are practically brothers. Caused a whole lot of havoc playing for the Dukes of James Madison. He went undrafted, but signed as an undrafted free agent with the Kansas City Chiefs, a team with one of the best defenses in the league a season ago.
Oh, man, it's exciting. That was my brother Forrest. It was his favorite team, so definitely going to wear that, man, on my shoulder, man. And then on the other shoulder, man, it's going to be that chip right there, man. Not being drafted definitely makes me want to go harder, man. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it to the field.
Forrest was Sage and Eli's brother who passed away 5 years ago. Sage led JMU with 13.5 sacks in his last season. Always a little more motivation for the undrafted players.